how loud you're going to be on the podcast or on it. Oh, you're already recording. I didn't see that. No. And welcome back to the Backseat Critics. My name's RJ.
My name's Andrew. This is a podcast where we review movies and let you know if you should steer clear of them.
You almost stole my line in the beginning. I saw you.
Yeah, you did.
Jerk, you were about to. You were 0.1 second away from doing it.
This week we're going with another 90s classic. It's going to be
Mighty
Morphin Power Rangers from 1995.
So for any of those 90 kids out there, it's a perfect movie for them.
It is.
If I grew up as a kid, this would fall under the same aspect of like Nickelodeon slime.
Yeah, just a little background here. I did not grow up with Power Rangers.
Or Nickelodeon slime.
No. I saw the action figures. I think I had one or two. And that was my interaction with the Power Rangers.
You actually had the action figures.
I had a couple for a short period, yeah.
Were they like McDonald's Happy Meals, or were they actually like legitimate figures you had to buy from the store?
They were like 3-inch.
So it could have been a Happy Meal.
Yeah. I don't remember where I got them, though.
But you got them.
I got them.
Well,
I think it was like 7, 8, 9, somewhere in there.
My parents didn't let me watch it.
They didn't?
No. My first Power Ranger episode was actually at a friend's house when I spent the night, and the dad fell asleep, and there was a Disney late at night on, and for some reason Power Rangers was on it.
No kidding.
It's kind of cool. It actually had like Zorro and stuff like that on there. So
Zorro?
Yeah, Zorro. Like the show Zorro.
The gay blade?
Zorro.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
The gay blade.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
This is the name of the Zorro TV show. Yeah.
Well, yeah, Zorro was on.
That's sick.
And all of a sudden Power Rangers popped on. I was like, oh, this is cool. So I watched Power Rangers.
Yeah. Yeah. Power Rangers was originally it was a Japanese show in the, I think, 80s. And they took the action scenes from that, and the producers of the Japanese show sent those fight scenes over to the US because they're like, hey, we want this kind of a spread. And the US was like, okay, cool. And they shot the scenes in like the high school and like them outside of the suits and stuff like that in the US, and then just kept the original fight scenes. So all the fight scenes that you see in the show were originally shot back in like the 80s or whenever the Japanese show was shot.
Yeah, no, Mr. Saban stole it. When in the slums of Egypt, he saw the show, and he's the one that brought it over. He goes, oh, I can make money with this in America. And he's the one that brought it over, that dirty dog. Mr. Saban. He's probably made gazillion money.
Oh, yeah.
After stealing it. Everything.
Worth it, though.
Yeah, I mean, all the kids, I heard they grew up in the house together, the original show. They had a house that they all stayed at and lived in.
That's sick.
Jason David Frank, actually, I know a lot of people who already know this information, but Jason David Frank, he actually was not even supposed to continue on to the show.
Who was Jason David Frank?
Tommy.
Oh.
The Green Ranger. He wasn't even supposed to be on it. He was supposed to be there for the Green Ranger stint.
Mm-hmm.
But the fans wrote in and said how much they loved the Green Ranger, that they're like, we got to keep this kid around. That's
sick.
So they kept him in his job. And rest in peace, Jason David Frank now.
Yeah, he died a few years back, right?
Yep. It's kind of crazy in this movie that there's only 3 of the original Rangers in there, I guess, or 2 of the original Rangers.
Was it Billy
and Kimberly?
Billy, Kimberly.
And that's it. Those are the only 2 original out of the 5.
And Billy lasted the longest, right?
Yes, Billy for the longest time period.
He like went into the 2000s. No?
No, I think he left after. I don't think he made it to Neo.
Okay.
I think he made it past Turbo, or he made it to Turbo. Maybe he did make Neo. He made it to Turbo up until they went into Power Rangers in Space, I think, or something like that.
Okay.
And I think that's where it stopped, which, by the way, that has the best intro for any Power Ranger season. But Billy, I think, was the longest. Jason David Frank was the one that popped up more often than not, though, just throughout other seasons.
Yeah.
So he was the one that's kind of been he was the Power Ranger guy.
Okay, Jason David Frank was?
Yep, so the guy who played Tommy.
That makes sense, yeah.
He was the guy, I mean, he He was all over Power Rangers everywhere. I know when they made that Power Rangers Rated R short film, somebody did.
Okay.
He was actually really upset with that. But then he made one himself.
That's stupid.
Yeah. He said that his reasoning behind is kind of silly because he went against it. Because at first he was just like, that's stupid. Why are you guys making this Power Ranger movie? This is Power Rangers is for kids. You guys make it a rated R thing. Now kids are going to see this and want to get into it because they're seeing their Power Rangers that way. And
I think I remember seeing that short film.
All of us as 90 kids were like, finally
something kind of interesting that like takes the martial arts and that kind of cool.
Well, it's like you take something as a kid, that's cool and everything. And then all of a sudden it's gone dark, but it also appeals to you a little bit more.
Yeah. I think it would have been fun to see a little bit more of a fun side to it, but yeah, it's nice to see something kind of like aimed at you that was for you as a kid.
A little more edgy.
Yeah. So I looked up, Billy went through, Power Rangers Zeo.
Zeo, so he did make it there.
Yes.
Okay.
And that looks like that was his last one.
Okay. I think he made it before Space, I think. Or I think Space is where he cut off.
Okay.
I want to say, I could be wrong there, but I think that there's before they go.
I don't feel like fact checking that, so
no, that's fine. I want to say that there's a scene right before they go into space. And he goes, "Yeah, but I'm kind of done, guys." Like they always do that with all the Power Rangers when they're done. They're like, "Yep, I'm kind of done. Bye." Kinda, and
they just leave.
Yeah, they're like, "Okay, you're too old now. You can't be a teenager anymore."
Jeez.
Even though it was throughout the years.
I mean, he looks 30 in this.
Oh yeah, he's super old. Or I don't think he's super old actually. I think he was the oldest person in the house though.
Do you want to do a 1-minute summary?
Yeah, I could do that. Why not?
Okay.
Just let me know when I'm ready to go.
You know what? You go for it.
All right. So we got the normal Power Rangers as they are doing a little skydiving competition. They go through everything. There's some construction going on in Angel Grove. And then all of a sudden they find this little container full for Ivan Ooze and this little egg popping out thing. After that, Rita gets a hold of Ivan Ooze, sets him free, and he starts to run amok throughout town and goes to Zordon, beats up Zordon, takes away the Power Rangers' powers. So then the Power Rangers have to fly away to a distant magical offland where they meet some girl rocking some sticks that makes some whistling sounds in this green costume. Shoos away some bad guys. The Power Rangers eventually find their power and this newfound power, go back to the town, and Ivan Ooze has taken over the town and has brainwashed all the adults as the kids run amok. And then eventually the kids try to save the day, and the Power Rangers are there and they also save the day and beat Ivan Ooze.
All right. That was a good 1-minute summary.
That's solid. I felt like it decent. Yeah. It could have been better.
Yeah,
but let's not cut it. I mean, it could have been better. But
so go to the movie.
We'll go to the movie.
I mean, the movie could have been a little bit better.
I think they did pretty well for a 90s movie.
For what it did, yeah.
For a 90s movie, that is.
I think the interesting thing is this had the same budget as a last movie that we saw for last week's episode.
Mom and Dad Save the World?
Yes. About 15 mil.
Yeah. I mean, Power Rangers it's crazy what they could do with that such a low budget.
Made 66.4 million in box office.
Yeah.
Which is an insane turnaround.
You know that Power Rangers is going to draw people, especially at that time. That was such a hype for them. That's so easy. 95?
Yeah. Yeah.
Easy 100%. To draw people in.
Mm-hmm. You got bright colors. You got karate scenes. You got monsters. You got praying mantis.
Well, you got kids. Kids are loving it at that time period. There's probably some adults, some comic book guys that really enjoyed it. Probably,
yeah. It's weird as somebody who hasn't seen this. This apparently takes place in Angel Grove. Which, so I've only seen the 2019 movie, and
they made that like a small fisherman.
They made that a small fisherman town, which is kind of what I was expecting here. Given it's like a 90s movie, I'm like, okay, it's going to be kind of a smaller town because that's maybe where they could afford to shoot. But no, it looks like New York City here.
In the show, they don't make it look like New York City when they do Angel Grove. It kind of looks like a smaller town. Maybe not like what they did in the newer Power Rangers, but usually is kind of like a smaller town with like a community center where they all hang out at, and there's like food and stuff where they get there. But it's usually like It's a smaller-ish town, so I don't know.
Like a Portland or like a Bend type of thing?
Like a Milwaukee,
Okay.
I would say. Like a Milwaukee.
Okay.
That'd be closer to it. So not like a super small fishing type of town, but it's got
got some growth to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it's growing.
What's your favorite Ranger?
In this movie or all time?
All time.
Ooh. Can we just go like favorite series?
I don't know the series.
That's okay. I mean, we could go favorite Ranger. That's fine too.
Okay. Say your favorite series.
My favorite, I like Mystic Force.
Well, why?
Well, it's kind of got like magical powers involved in it. And
Is it just like magic,
rewards.
like wizards?
Yeah, they're wizards.
Oh, what?
Like they're Morphin, they're morphers.
Okay.
Or like wands.
No.
Yeah, straight up. It's kind of awesome. And then I also like a close second to that.
Their outfits are so shiny.
Yup. They have the capes.
They have the capes.
The capes.
They look kind of medieval.
It kind of is a little bit.
I dig the black stripes down it. No Black Ranger?
No, not in that one, I don't think. I like that one, and then I like the close second would be Dino Thunder.
Okay.
Which is kind of weird because it only has 3 Rangers, and then Tommy's involved, and he's a professor for them. And he gets involved, and he becomes a Power Ranger again as well.
Is he the red one?
In Dino Thunder? Tommy's the black one, actually.
Oh.
Yep, he's the black one. He's a professor, but he still has the powers. And then I think the third one that I kind of enjoyed, I gotta remember the name of it really quick. Though I would like to say really quick that the best intro to a Power Rangers is Power Rangers in Space. It's like they have a time period where Rita Repulsa is having a birthday party.
Yeah.
And one of the Rangers sneak up on the birthday party, and there's all the bad guys there and everything. They're all chilling, having a grand old time. And they sneak in. One of the Power Rangers do. And they're like, oh, it's a Ranger. And I remember that series actually coming out. I was at a friend's house. Now, granted, I wasn't allowed to watch Power Rangers at the time, but I remember at a friend's house. And my friend's older brother grabs him. My friend goes, we gotta watch this. Power Rangers releasing. I was just like, you guys watch Power Rangers? And then we went and watched. I was like, dude, this is rad. I don't know why, but it's kind of a fun thing to watch.
Yeah, no, I never saw this as a kid. What was your
Mega
favorite?
Force would be my third favorite.
I was just looking at Mega Force.
That was probably my third favorite. It's kind of it's one of the newer ones, but I did watch that one for a little bit, and it was enjoyable.
Okay.
It was enjoyable. So out of the costumes, which ones? I know you're kind of thumbing through and didn't really watch it growing up. Do you see a costume that you probably are one of the best like sets you think, or
yeah, give me
the
a
best outfit?
Second here.
Because to be honest with you, Wild Force has probably the best ones. I will fight that one.
What is? So I've always liked the Black Rangers outfits. The black looks sleek. I kind of like that.
That's kind of a Tommy-esque, but it's not Tommy in there. That is
I know you folks can't see it. I don't know. It just says Dragon Rangers, Dragon Shield Black Ranger.
I don't know which one that it's from. To be honest with you, I haven't watched all of them. I tried to watch all of them, but you know how long it's going to take you to watch every single Power Ranger show?
It's a lot of Power Rangers.
Mighty Morphin is a long time. That took a long time to finish. I was happy I even tackled that. Oh, I don't know. I know it takes both a long time. Especially because Power Rangers, I guess One Piece keeps pumping too.
I thought One Piece is done.
Is it not? Is it done? Power Rangers.
No. I don't think it is. Never mind.
Power Rangers isn't done yet.
Okay.
So they keep on pumping out new ones.
What's your favorite?
Favorite
outfit.
Wild Force. Wild Force.
Which ranger?
Oh, which ranger? I was just going overall outfits.
Okay.
That's what I was looking at, is just overall outfits. But if we're just going favorite outfit of all time, I'd say the Green Ranger, the original Green Ranger.
Okay.
Do you have one that you see that you like? I know you're kind of...
Yeah, no, I'm still thumbing through.
Was it Wild Force? Maybe it's not Wild Force.
It's hard when I don't know the series names. I'm like looking this up because you look up Power Ranger outfits and all you get is costumes and people in costumes with like the fake 6-packs and stuff.
Yeah, the fake costumes.
Yeah. You said
Wild Force might have been wrong. Maybe it's Jungle Fury, something like that. I know Wild Force does have one of the best episodes in it. It's a time period where all the Red Rangers meet up, which is kind of cool.
I don't like Jungle Fury.
Maybe that was it. Power Rangers. Maybe I have to change my... Crud.
There's so many.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Anyways, do you want to jump into and just kind of break this down? What's your favorite character here overall
In this movie? Whew. Bulk and Skull, probably.
Bulk and Skull,
the bullies that kind of jump out of the airplane a little bit.
They hose down the adults at the very end. Yeah.
Kind of save the day. I think Bulk and Skull, they're kind of the comic relief a little bit.
Yeah. They weren't in this that much.
Not that much, no.
The little bit that I have seen of the series, I did watch a few episodes more recently. They seem to be in that a lot more.
Once per episode, at least.
Yeah. It was like a couple minutes maybe in this.
Yeah, I mean, you had them in the beginning and just a couple of times throughout. Just as a little high five there.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool.
Yeah, I hear you.
Did you have one that you personally liked, or?
No.
You're just like, I hate all of them.
I don't remember her character's name.
Rita Repulsa.
No.
That was your favorite character. I could tell.
When so it's when they go way off.
The jungle chick.
Yes.
With the whistling
six. Yeah.
Why was she your favorite? That's what I thought.
She thought she was cute and whistling sticks.
Whistling sticks. Like, these whistling sticks here are my favorite character.
She was like Power Ranger without any like power.
She kind of was. I mean, she knew Zordon.
Right. But like, she didn't have like any power suits. She didn't have any like flying tech or anything like that.
She could have been a Power Ranger in the past, maybe.
That's because it's like, she's got some like intrigue there. It's like, what's her story? Who is she exactly?
She can transform into an owl.
She can turn into an owl. Like, she's Professor McGonagall. Like, who is she?
She's the woman of the woods.
I want to know more about her.
So it was almost played by, I alluded to this, or I told you about this in the movie.
Yeah.
Mariska Hargitay, who's
That's
also
crazy.
There's pictures of her in the costume. Mariska Hargitay, like in the film. Those are out there.
That's insane.
But they changed and went to the different direction, which is kind of cool. It's kind of cool little fact about the movie.
That's crazy.
What's your thoughts on Ivan Ooze? Did you like the villain here, or were you like, nah, not good?
Oh yeah, they did have her in the outfit. No kidding.
Legitimately, yeah. I don't know. I forgot why they pivoted.
They also have this Max Rebo elephant looking character off in the side there. I don't know if you see that. That guy was not in it at all.
They do.
Yeah.
They probably thought this is getting too wild now.
Also, she's still got the whistling sticks. Everyone's got their little outfits. But yeah, there's this little Max Rebo looking dude. I don't see any. Oh, there's one more picture of him. Yeah. I don't know who that is. Anyways, I actually really enjoyed Ivan Ooze, like as a villain for this.
Kind of gives you a little bit of Freddy. The look, his cosmetic looks like Freddy almost.
Very Freddy. He's got this like long chin horn thing that kind of twists together.
I wish it would twist more. It was kind of bothering me that it didn't twist more.
Yeah.
When you look at it, I'm like, come on, just twist it more.
The makeup also kind of gave me Tim Curry in Legend vibe.
I can see that.
Mostly because of that chin, but like kind of overall.
I think they even made a Freddy reference at it. They mentioned like a nightmare about him or something like that.
Oh yeah, he's like welcome to my nightmare or something like that, and he shoots lightning up in the sky and then just puffs away.
So I was like, okay, you made a little Freddy reference there.
Yeah.
I felt like that was a little high five.
Yeah.
Possibly. I could be wrong.
This movie really tries to up it with the fight scenes.
You can tell from the TV show that they
go crazy. They go crazy.
I know you said that you liked or you didn't like it, but you pointed out that there was a lot of pulley systems going on.
Yeah, there's a lot of wire pulls. A lot of like really kind of interesting stunts for this. Still super hokey, but like they're yanking actors across construction sites. Or stunt actors.
They're doing 1080s.
They're
spin around,
flipping. They're falling downstairs. It's pretty good. And then they have bits where like Tommy like jumps down and he like does a barrel spin and like kicks somebody as he's like spinning like a torpedo at them for like 30 feet.
They added that.
It's insane.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon for Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon into this.
I love it. I love it. It's so bad.
I think that's where most of the movie budget, outside of a normal Power Rangers, they probably added that and the CG.
The CG.
They use puppetry or costumes. In the show, they use costumes.
I gotta admit,
towns.
I kind of wish that they did the puppets in this.
Or the costumes, because that's what they do. They shrink a town, make a model of it, and then they fight.
Yeah, full size. Yeah, like Godzilla.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of wish they did that.
Here?
I think it'd give it a little bit more physicality. You could give it a little bit more like you could have a little bit more interest with the fights where it doesn't feel so clunky.
I'm going to disagree with you here.
Really?
Reason why I was back in the 90s as a kid, after watching, like if I watched Power Rangers and saw like, the costumes and stuff, and then see it switch over to the CG, I think the CG would be so cool as a kid.
Okay.
Like I'd be like, oh, wow.
So you're looking at like nostalgic
wise. Like,
yeah.
I've been like, wow, looking back, sure. Like, let's go with the costumes. But now I'm just kind of like, if I see it through the eyes of myself as a kid that went and saw this in theaters, you could tell that like that's what upped the game. I felt like for that movie.
I hear you. Yeah, and definitely very 90s. There's two villain kind of monster things. It's a praying mantis and a wasp kind of thing.
Yeah, because
it only pops out the wings at the very end when Ivan Ooze kind of takes it over. They're like all chrome. They're all chrome, which is like very 90s. I love it.
I was here for it.
That chrome is reflecting none of the buildings around it. Trust me, I was looking. It was reflecting none of the buildings. They did handle it well. That there are parts where like the monsters would shoot a laser and a car would blow up or something like that. And you would see that light up a little bit in the reflection, or it's shot at night and you would see like the lights kind of sort of like light it up. They did the Jurassic Park angle where it's like it's nighttime and so they only need a couple lights to light the 3D model instead of like worrying about daytime, which is smart. And I think they did that well. It looks like garbage, but I think they did that well.
It's good garbage.
It's good garbage.
It wasn't stinky garbage. It's just good garbage.
No. Man, so many fight scenes in this. I kind of like it.
This movie was screaming 90s all up and down it. It starts with the rollerblades.
No. Even before that, we're starting off with the parachuting, and Tommy has this like surfboard, and everyone is like jumping down into this football field where there's a target on it, and everyone's like hitting the target exactly the same way.
What's the point of this with a small town, by the way? Like everybody's like cheering and stuff. Like, oh yeah, they did it. Like it's not like this is a competition.
But then Tommy comes down in this like surfboard snowboard situation, and he just rides across the target exactly like everyone else did without the surfboard. And it's like, why did he have to have the surfboard? What's the point of it?
They have that, and they have a nice
montage at, like right afterwards, like you said,
with
about
rollerblading and the outfits. Screams 90. I mean, Tommy has a little yin yang on his little necklace.
Necklace, yeah.
The guys wearing the necklace. It's funny. I thought it was funny that most of their shirts were tucked in. Besides Tommy's, I think the other guys' shirts were tucked in.
Generally, yeah. And then they had the vests over top too, which is fantastic. Very 90s.
The
fantastic.
Vest or the flannel. And
hey, don't rag on flannel.
The shirt. I'm not ragging on it. I was just saying that they had the flannel, or they had the short shorts going too.
Yeah.
Or they had sweats and very 90s.
The inline rollerblading. So extreme.
Backward.
So radical.
Yeah, some of the chicks.
So radical.
I think that they watched Brink and they're like, wow, we want to be like Brink. Go big, go home.
And the director for Brink watched this and was like,
I got to make this movie. I got to do this for Disney.
I got to do this for Disney.
I got to recorrect the rollerblade out.
What if we did a whole movie of rollerblading?
Mm-hmm. Now we're talking.
Future episode.
At some point.
But yeah, no, this was crazy.
Cut out.
That's fine. What was your favorite fight scene?
Favorite fight scene?
Or just favorite scene?
Ooh, favorite scene throughout the whole movie would probably be. All right, I kind of like this scene where they're getting their new powers.
Where Whistling Stick Woman is like granting them frog, bear, wolf.
Yeah, and she's like listing off all these good things, and then gets to the frog guy, and he goes, "I'm a frog," and she goes, "It's okay, because a kiss turns you into a prince." And that's the only thing she said list about him.
I love that. Like everyone else is like, you're strong and you're cunning and quick and you're fierce and you cut through the competition, and I kiss you and you turn into a prince.
That's what he gets.
And then it goes on to, and you're a strong, powerful leader, to the next person's like, what? Black Ranger got gypped hard.
Did he though? He got a kiss from the girl.
When?
But
he also got one of the best Megazords.
He did. And he still got powers. So at the end of the day, maybe he doesn't need to know what the frog means.
Let's talk about these Megazords.
Okay, yeah. The two jets.
So they had a crane.
A jet.
And a eagle or falcon.
A sleeker jet
that could fold its wings a little bit. A gorilla or an ape.
Probably the best.
A frog.
Definitely get motion sickness, but up there too. Had this kind of grappling system.
Yep. Like a frog's tongue. And that was...
There's a wolf.
But the wolf...
Kind of lame.
Yeah. It didn't really do much. I also feel like that would be a lot of motion sickness too.
There's the bear. Bear would have been... If it could have looked cooler.
Bear was lame.
Could look cooler.
Bear was lame.
He needed a pot of honey.
Also, like, why is the bear just not like the ape?
What do you mean?
Bears can stand up on two legs and generally claw at things. Like,
it did stand up on two legs.
It was on four.
It stand up on two legs at one point.
Where was I?
I don't know. Not here.
Oh. This is news to me.
They stood up on two. That's how they ended the fight, was on two legs, I think.
Oh. And then when they go into the... I guess
they're trying to pull it apart.
They're Zorgs, and then they go into the Megazord. Is that the situation?
Yes.
Okay. Then when they go in the Megazord,
There's a knee, I think.
It was a knee?
I think so, because at the end it says in case of emergency she hits it, and it knee dive and ooze right in the nards.
Okay. I know the frog was the pelvic region.
Yep. Was the wolf in the middle? I think the wolf was in the middle.
I think the wolf was in the middle. The falcon was in the back.
Yep. The crane was the head.
The crane was the head.
Who was the arms? The ape.
I thought the ape was one of the legs.
I don't know.
This is too convoluted.
I know. Couldn't they just make it one person? One thing.
Where is the Silver Ranger?
There doesn't even be no Silver Ranger.
There needs to be a Silver Ranger.
And they talk about at the end with the little kid. He goes, well, I could be the Silver Ranger. And
he's like,
oh, no.
You know what sounds better?
The Gold Ranger. I like how he had...
No, it doesn't.
I think it's
Silver
funny,
Ranger sounds cooler.
Before anybody thought it was really big. People these days, they'll put their hat and cinch it up really close and, at the top when they wear it backwards. Maybe you didn't catch it. They cinch this bit up really tight, and then it makes this little loop thing. It pops their hat up a little bit. I don't like it, but he was rocking that style with it. He cinched.
I didn't even catch that.
He snapped back pretty cool. And you know what? I guarantee you the hat. He had a Jordan hat.
Oh.
I guarantee you, somebody catches that Jordan hat these days. That Jordan hat's probably worth a lot.
Probably
with the way it is, because it had a Jumpman logo on the snap for the snap.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. I was watching for that. I saw Nike was dropped in this movie a couple of times.
Yeah, was it a pink or yellow Ranger? It's interesting because she's wearing a shirt or sweater or something like that, but it was stitched on as a patch over top of whatever else she was wearing, which was weird.
I wonder if that was just the style of the sweater, or if they're just Nike's oh, we're gonna get a free advertisement. Stitch this on.
That's kind of what I was wondering.
We want the free advertisement. We don't want to give you a sweater though, so here's this patch.
Here's a patch. It matches the color.
Yeah. Which
is white, I think.
I think it was white. It was a white logo.
White or off. Yeah. Yeah. The crow people that Ivan Ooze summons.
Yeah, he spits out. Cocks a loogie.
He keeps hucking up these loogies, and then he's like something stinks. And this dude is made of slime. This dude's made of slime, and he's just going around sniffing stuff. No. And as the movie goes on, his nose sounds more and more congested. It is
he's
disgusting.
Allergic to teenagers.
Is it?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just.
I would buy it.
His costume was pretty. When he went into his gimmick, his sales gimmick is what I'm trying to get at. Where he's taking the ooze.
Yeah, he's selling it.
Take it home. It's free.
He looked like he filed down his teeth, the little points in that too. And people are like, oh yeah, let's go ahead and buy this. I want to buy this.
Where's my name's adults around?
My name's Paul Giamatti. I'm going to buy this.
He could have been handing kids cocaine at this point, and they would have been just oh yay, look at this. And he could have got the whole town hyped up on cocaine.
You know what this reminded me of?
What?
The leprechaun in Luck of the Irish at the Irish festival that was going around
a little bit.
Yeah, it had that kind of vibe where it's people should be staying away from this dude.
Yeah, I don't know where were the adults in this situation.
Apparently nowhere except at home to eat the ooze.
Where's the stranger danger in this?
They
didn't need to eat it. They just open it, and then if
they stuck their finger in.
Yeah, and then they were. That's what we saw.
Okay.
And then they came out, and then they're all brainwashed.
See, I kind of assumed that they ate it because you look later and the teenagers and the kids are having this massive party, and they're they've got a beer keg of it. They're they're chugging it. They're doing beer pong with it.
What do you think of this? Was it Ivan Ooze? Do you think he just put it out of his
Do you think
fingers?
those are parts of him?
Do you think he just spat
and then they dilute it some?
Do you think he peed?
I don't know.
Peed in a whole bunch of cups? Drink a whole bunch of water?
Where is all of this coming from?
Is it just something that he's sweating?
Can he just
is he sweating?
Continuously create and get rid of ooze?
Did they just he is an allergic to shellfish, and they let him eat some shellfish, and he started just puking it up
and just
or just throwing up this ooze, and he goes, "Okay, here's." He's just like, after that, he just got the crap kicked out of him from all the shellfish that he had.
He's like, oh jeez, I'm beat, but at least the world will be mine. Oh,
if he was so tired, and then just selling the ooze, like, just take the ooze. Take the ooze from me. Can you imagine? That makes for a better scene right there.
Also, like, my thought is, he's at a giant festival.
Yeah.
If all he has to do is get the parents to touch it, why not spray him with it?
Oh yeah.
Shoot some lightning out. His lightning can summon the ooze. Like, why not do something like that and just hit the parents with some lightning or hit them with some ooze, and there you go. You don't have to like come up with this big like packaging factory with a label that you slap on. This is like Ivan ooze or something like that, and the little like Jello jar.
Yeah.
I said Jello. I meant jam.
Still, same thing. Maybe he does have a little Jello package, little snack pack for you.
But why? When you could just shoot
What's
it
your favorite
out
flavor?
of jam?
Snack pack.
Snack pack.
Snack pack.
I've never had a snack pack.
You've never had a snack pack?
I've never had a snack pack.
You've never had a snack pack?
What is a snack pack?
The little Jello things? Or the little fudge things? You've never had a snack pack.
Oh, the little tiny cups?
Yeah, so you've made it this far in life and you've never had a snack pack. I'm on the verge of anger. I feel rage through my body right now if you've never had a snack pack.
No, you do not. You're good with it.
You've had snack pack? You've never had a snack pack?
I don't think so.
Oh my goodness. How do you make it this far in life and never have a snack pack?
How? Well, I mean, you've known me my whole life, so that's your answer.
I have purposely gone to the store just to buy snack packs before.
Yeah, I've never had it.
You've never had a snack pack?
Oh, wait.
You might have saved the show here if you said that you have a snack pack. Otherwise, the show is... We're going downhill. We just lost ratings because Andrew's never had a snack pack.
No, I have.
Oh, Keely.
Okay. Yeah,
it's delicious.
I've had the pudding.
Yes.
The brownie caramel swirl. I've had the butterscotch. I've had just regular chocolate vanilla. And that's it. Now I'm going to have to go with a brownie caramel swirl. I'm a caramel guy.
I think they had an Oreo one back in the day.
I don't remember that.
It's a special edition, limited edition. One of those things like Pepsi Blue, they make it for a little bit and they get rid of it. Same thing here. So I'd go with that one.
Folks, I'm sorry if I panicked you. I have had a few snack packs. I just was very young.
They're delicious.
From what I remember, yeah.
Fantastic.
I don't think I can have them anymore.
Probably not.
No.
But they're delicious.
Yeah.
You can never make it that far in life and not have a snack pack.
Mm-hmm. If you're at least 9 years old, you should have one.
At least. By that time in life, yes. If not a whole box.
Never a whole box.
Always a whole box.
Never a whole box.
Never have enough.
They're not. No, yes, you do.
Nope.
They're not that good.
They are good. I could eat a whole pack in one sitting. It'd be fantastic.
No.
Yes. I feel disgusting after, but I'll do it. I will do it.
I feel disgusting after one. I remember that.
It takes 2 bites and they're done. 2 bites.
2 bites and I'm like...
2 bites, I'm like, give me another. Slam it down like Thor. Another. I'll throw it down. My mom got mad when I did. RJ, stop throwing those snack packs on the ground. You're smothering snack pack all up in my carpet.
Give me another.
And I look at my mom. I'm like, another. And she goes, RJ, go to your room.
I kind of want to borrow something from our last episode that I thought was kind of an interesting idea.
Okay.
If you could replace any of the actors...
Ooh, I was going to say that. And you know what? I was prepared for this one.
I kind of like that. So thank you, Josh.
That was me. That was my idea.
Thank you, Josh.
Oh my goodness. I already had this.
Folks, if you're not sure Who said it first, RJ or Josh? Go back and listen to our last episode.
Well, I have this plan, have this in place, and I think Christopher Lloyd as Ivan Ooze.
Oh man, you took it.
He's kind of Christopher Lloyd-ish, but just sprinkling actually real Christopher Lloyd in there.
Okay.
Perfect.
I felt like this guy gave me plenty of Christopher Lloyd. Who I would have brought to the role is someone different.
Ooh, hit me.
Robin Williams.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Hear me out. He's crazy. He's zany. He's a man of power. And then you've got Ivan Ooze.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Robin Williams as Ivan Ooze.
If you can change the green lady with the whistling sticks, which actress would you replace her with?
From any time?
Any time period.
Why don't you go first?
Why are you throwing it back at me? I ask you a question. Sir, this question was not pointed at me. This question was pointed at you.
I've got to look up some names here, sir.
Why you gotta look up names? Why don't you have just an actress ready to go in your head? Don't you just have an actress just like Paul Giamatti for you that just boom, that person's perfect. Lock them in.
Nathalie Emanuel.
Who? I feel like I should not be looking that up. Neither should either of our listeners here.
Either of our listeners. Ramsey.
Like Gordon Ramsay. I'd love to see him in that costume.
No.
This steak is not good enough.
From Fast Furious.
Oh, okay. Okay.
From any time period? Her. From maybe 90s? Maybe like late 90s? Charlize
Theron?
Theron? Yeah.
Okay.
That's my two go-to.
If I was going to go back then and choose somebody, I will probably stick... You know what? To make this an edgier movie, Michelle Rodriguez.
Really?
Yeah. No, I just made this an edgier movie because she's going to be like, family. Don't get the cars.
Just imagine this like stern face and she's just like...
She's going, family.
Family.
Yep. Makes an edgier movie.
I guess.
Do you like the fact that this movie was basically made...
What about Paul Giamatti?
He would be the robot
100%.
that saves the day.
No, he'd be the skeleton dinosaur.
No, he's the robot.
Oh, we got to talk about the skeletons that come back.
The dinosaurs?
Yeah, so they land on this planet and they're immediately greeted by this tall, like 15-foot dead skeleton thing.
Oh, it has like a robotics to it.
Yeah, it's got this like kind of visor thing that's kind of going over its eye, like it's
like the Dragon Ball finders or sort of.
Yeah, I was thinking like a Borg, but yeah, I guess.
Yeah, Borg.
I was like, oh, whoa, cool. What happened to this thing? And then they go on later, and they're sent by Whistling Stick Lady to this temple to get the Morphin power. And they run across this boneyard, and this dino comes alive and starts running amok. Cool scene.
Well,
I like seeing
on the back. Tommy jumps on the back and pulls like a little bit of the spine, and all of a sudden, like
the whole thing
collapses.
And then he's like, "Hey, good thing I took biology." But all he did is just pull out like a random bone.
The one-liners of this movie.
Yeah. Banana. Rob, if you're listening, take the trade. It's a good trade.
2 weeks. No, I feel like I'm happy for Power Rangers for sticking to not having such a big cast.
It's kind of nice.
Like there's nobody in there that's such a big actor.
Yeah. I do appreciate that they stuck there, that they didn't replace anyone. Yeah, do you want to get to like final thoughts?
Yeah. So for me, I would say this movie is probably an 8 out of 10, just nostalgia for me. Just for nostalgia period. I know it's kind of a probably higher up than what it should be, but I'm going to go with an 8.
Okay.
I do like the fact that I think it does justice to the Power Ranger series. I don't think they tried to. Yes, there was upgrades to this movie, but it was very Power Ranger-esque still.
Yeah.
Like they didn't really try to make Power Rangers into something that it wasn't inside the movie, and they definitely high-fived it. The only thing that they really did was update the effects. Still cheesy as heck, but still updated the effects, which I liked.
Yes.
And the acting was the same. And the writing
100%.
was almost the same besides this mystical temple that they went to, but it was basically the same thing
Basically
still.
the same, yeah.
So I could have seen this being played out through episodes in Power Rangers. They really wanted to go that route. So I did like that piece. And this is
so it just felt like a more elevated. What kind of age group would you give this to?
I think you're starting at 6 or 7. Depending on your kid. If your kid's a little bit more violent, you probably want to wait till like 9 or 8. If there is somebody that's going to beam their siblings with some Power Ranger kicks and jumping off and doing some stunts.
Definitely show it to them.
Definitely not show it to them. But I mean,
gotta love those violent kids.
9 or 8. Oh, okay. Okay. You like violent kids. Okay. If you have a violent kid and you need a babysitter, Andrew is available. You can find him on the Backseat Critics on Instagram.
100%. Yeah, I'm right there for you.
Just message him saying, I have a violent kid and I need a babysitter. He'll just tell you his price there too.
Yep, my number's 503-729.
Okay, you can block that now, but that's okay. Anyways, but here it is. I would say 6 or 7 would be my age group. The nostalgia though is what gives me the rating.
Okay.
And sticking true to what they are.
Oh, I thought the Jackal was going to say something.
What you got? What you got for this final thoughts?
I'm going to give it a 6.
That's fair.
For what it was, I thought I was actually like really pretty good. Aged not so well. Definitely kind of the same age range. I think 6, 7, 8. Don't show it to the kids who are going to be a little bit more violent and be more easily influenced by this. But just, yeah.
Can I ask you a question real quick?
There's a couple parts just quickly that are maybe a bit violent. I think there's a part where they like cleave a villain in half and you kind of see the villain kind of split in half and some entrails there, which is kind of weird. Cool to see from like our angle. If you're a little sensitive to that for your kids, like kind of be aware of that on that. Yeah. Go for your question.
If you had rose-colored glasses, or if you saw this as a kid growing up, what would you think from little Andrew's side? Little Andrew's watching this for the first time in the 90s.
Little Andrew would probably give it like a 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's like up there.
But it's in the
it's
higher
up there.
range.
Yeah.
As a kid, like
yeah.
You're like, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at that age, like I was loving like Godzilla movies, like I loved like martial arts movies, like it's all over Jackie Chan at that age. Thanks parents for introducing me to Jackie Chan at a young age. Yeah, like this would have absolutely scratched that itch.
Give you a
Yeah.
little itch, though. Yeah.
And
It would have entertained you.
Nowadays, it's fine. It's
If you want a
fodder
Power
for
Ranger
kids.
nostalgia kick, this is your kick.
100%.
Power Rangers 90s nostalgia kick, this is your kick right here. This is what you need.
I liked this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. I mean, it's not for me, it's for kids. But
Or
yeah,
if you
no,
need
I
that nostalgia
kick. Yeah,
itch or scratch, you just
absolutely.
you can get a little scratchy scratch.
I just felt like there was like a couple parts that they could like tightened up on.
Definitely.
For like a kid's kind of action movie, and some of the writing could have been done a little bit better, but it's super charming.
Yeah.
It's super charming. Like with zero rose-colored glasses towards Power Rangers, like outside of the couple action figures, and like growing up seeing other people who saw Power Rangers, this was super charming.
Better than probably what you thought going into it.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. I thought this was going to be unbearable and like a snooze fest, but it's just like action scene, talking, action scene, talking, action scene. It's like it doesn't let you get bored, which I appreciate.
The plot makes sense for a Power Rangers, I feel like.
Yeah.
It's not
They don't
too
overcomplicate
crazy.
it. It doesn't really overstay its welcome or anything.
It sticks to the storyline for the most part.
Yeah. It feels a little bit like this is part of the charming part, but like at the end, and I mentioned this, when the two Megazords,
You sure?
well, the Megazord and Ivan Ooze Wasp thing are fighting, and they're in space. It's got the vibe of like a kid playing with two action figures, kind of banging them together, going. Psh, 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 psh. It's got that kind of vibe to it, which is super charming as an adult, as a kid, or like from any sort of like critical standpoint. Like that feels weird, but yeah. No, I liked it. And if you like this episode, you can find us on Instagram at the Backseat Critics. You can find us on TikTok at the Backseat Critics. We're here for you.
We're out.
You think that was good?
I think we need to bring more energy on this next episode.
Oh yeah.
That's what I think.